Hi, my name is MiAsia Symone, and I am the Bold Maven magazine's cover gem for the month of December 2023.
What comes to mind when you think of gemstones?
When I think of gemstones, I just think of royalty. I think of top tier. It's magical. That's what I think about when I hear gemstones.
How would your friends describe you?
My friends would describe me as goofy. A lot of people don't know that I'm actually goofy, and I like to play around, especially when I get sleepy. I'm a whole nother version of myself that I would usually put out there.
What do you do?
I am a radio personality, entrepreneur, and brand influencer.
How did you get into this industry?
Well, getting into radio wasn't easy at all. I started as an intern at a radio station locally in Atlanta, and that was about 2015, and I worked my way up. I bounced around to maybe about 5 or 6 different radio stations until I finally landed that job, that perfect opportunity on air.
What does being recognized as the baddest radio bae mean to you?
Well, shout out to Bossip Official because they recognized me as the baddest radio bae in the game, and I was just like surprised because I'm like, oh my God, like you think I'm a baddie? Like that's amazing. I just, I love to get dressed up and I have to make a lot of appearances. I think I'm all right. I think I'm cute. I like to put on makeup and get my hair done, but to be recognized for the hard work that we put into the hours of getting dressed, I greatly appreciate that.
What is something that you've accomplished that you're extremely proud of?
One thing that I accomplished, especially in 2023, was receiving a resolution from the House of Representatives. Just my work in the community was highlighted and I was recognized for all of my hard efforts. I really care about the people around me, especially those who are less fortunate. I think that, I wish we could all be on an even playing field, but that's, what I really look forward to, and that's what I'm grateful for.
Can you tell us about a woman in your life who inspires you?
A woman in my life that inspires me would be my mother. My mother is always, giving me advice. A lot of the times she knows me better than I know myself. So a lot of the times I may not like to always listen or hear what she says, but at the end of the day, she's only a phone call away and I have to talk to her every day. So
were there any celebrities or notable women that inspired you as a kid?
Honestly, notable women. When I used to play basketball, I always looked up to Diana Taurasi. She was one of the greatest WNBA players, and I just loved how fierce she was on the court. Kind of reminds me of myself, how I am in real life, on and off the court. And so she's one person. And then as far as my journalism career, I have to give a huge shout out to Lala Anthony because, well, it started when I watched You Got Served, the movie, and she was Lala from The Big Bounce. And so when I saw her on there and she grabbed that microphone, she was interviewing all the cool celebrities and fans and people, I just saw how she interacted. It made me want to actually pick up a mic and be a journalist or a correspondent myself.
Speaking of basketball, how did you get into that sport?
Well, I was 8 years old when I decided to transition from cheerleading into basketball. And then basketball has taken me, I want to say, all across the country. And it's actually taught me a lot when it comes to like team building. I think team building and real life really correlates with each other and one complements the other. And then I played middle school, high school, AAU, and then I finished my career playing college basketball.
What is one piece of advice that you live by?
One piece of advice that I live by is to always do what you love and love what you do. It doesn't mean anything to make $1 million if you're not enjoying it. I think that you have to live life and you have to just absolutely love what you do.
What would you tell a 12-year-old you?
I would tell my 12-year-old self to not worry so much. My adult self is always stressed and worrying about so much when, I just have to learn how to let go and let God. So if I can go back and tell my 12-year-old self, hey, this is what you're going to look like when you're old you, I would just, not stress as much.
Last question. Mm-hmm. Can you share a moment from this year that you will never forget?
A moment from this year that I will never forget. I received Journalist of the Year from the Black Media Honors, and I am just overly grateful for that award and that accolade because I'm not on a major TV network, or I'm not writing huge stories or breaking huge articles or anything like that. I've taken journalism from a different standpoint in life, and I started out as an independent and I worked my way up my own way. So I think that to be recognized from doing things a non-traditional way, I'm grateful for that. You can learn more and read my story on theboldmaven.com, and make sure you subscribe to the Bold Maven newsletter to gain more access to their digital magazine.